Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much for being part of this show. We thank you. Every Thursday we shall be hosting this show. We are located in Gulu. Location is called Peche, and the host is called Skypix Images. And we shall be having these interactions every day, and then we shall be having several of them. And these interactions we shall be cutting across, right from politics, right from the social life, the well-being of people. We shall also be discussing about the health and the status of the nation. And today's host, or today's discussion, we are going to discuss about the employment in the country, or the unemployment in the country. I think, let me put it straight, the unemployment in the country. We've seen so many institutions that are graduating, the tertiary institutions, and at every level of education, people are graduating. But there is a bit of a scare of the issue of unemployment that is going on. So out of this, I'm hosting someone by the names of Agnes. She will introduce more of herself when she starts the discussion. And we want to find out why is it there is a lot of issue of unemployment that is going on, despite all the trainings and the institutions and universities we have in the country. Kindly start off. You're most welcome.
My name is Namaganda Agnes. I work with Skypix Images. I work with Skypix Images, and my job is to sell ice cream. So, on that discussion, as me and Agnes, I talk live. These days, for sure, people are graduating. But they are not being employed. In the way, like, people can graduate. Someone can graduate, and that person has graduated. He can be there at home, or she can be there at home, and she wait for the job to get her at home instead of moving and look for the job. So I'm advising those ones who have graduated or you are not graduated, they have to move and look for the job, not to sit at home like jobs are going to get them at home.
Okay, to cut you short, you're advising people, those who have graduated, instead of sitting home and wait for the job, they walk around, they move around and look for the jobs. Now this is what is happening. Most of the trainings and the institutions we have, they are creating job seekers. They are not creating, or they are not graduating job creators. So how do you expect them to go and create a job or to go and look for a job, yet they are supposed to be seekers? Honestly, you'll discuss about that.
No, like those, even you have to look for a job which you've been studying for.
Okay.
Like if you go for an institute, you study for like you're a lady, you go for hairdressing. You have to move around. Salons are many. You have to move around and look for that job. You don't think that if you're done with your studies, someone is having the salon is the one going to look for you, that you come and work for me. That one is not there. Even if you can sit there like 5 years and no one can call you that you come and work in my salon.
But you're talking about salons being many, but still when you go to those salons, they will tell you we don't have customers. So how do you expect them to relate with someone who is looking for a job, yet they will say we don't have enough to pay you, and yet they want a job to start to work? So how do you compare that kind of state?
No, even customers are not going to come when there's no someone who is
to work on them.
Yeah.
So meaning the person has to go to the salon, and then the job will start to be created after it has happened.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at now the boy side also. How will the boy child also start a job? Maybe you brought the story of the salon. Now bring about the side of the boy. How is the boy child also going to look at you? Because now so much responsibilities are also being looked at as being the man of the house, man of the home, and a lot is looking at him. How is that going to be opened up?
if you go on an institute, you're going to study for the side of boys. Those they call them why. Like you're studying, like you are going for engineering. If you are going for engineering, again, you don't sit with your certificate.
Okay.
Because you are done with graduation. You're sitting with your certificate. That certificate you're sitting with is not going to help you.
So you're also advising them to move around and also open the jobs. People have said the jobs, but someone will say, I've got a job, but still the expectation from a jobs are too high. Maybe someone is expected to work late in the night, someone is expected to leave late in the night, or maybe the pay is small. How do you expect that person to continue with a job?
Start from that small amount they're paying you. As you do what? As you look for another one. Let us not think that everyone who is rich has started with big money. And you who are working for someone, you start with that small job, so you upgrade your soul.
Okay, I get your point. You expect someone to upgrade himself after he has got a job. Now, there's been a scenario also of retrenchment. Do you understand when I say retrenchment? Okay, retrenchment that has been happening on most jobs. Like most NGOs, people have been working with NGOs, and most of the Trump issue, they have lost their jobs. Most of them were earning big. And now that issue of them getting a job and coming back home, and they have to start from scratch. How do you compare it? Because it has also caused a lot of poverty among people, because someone was earning before and now he has lost a job. So how do you compare with such scenarios where people are losing jobs also every now and then?
No, like if you earn big, there are those people who starts working and they start earning big money.
And all of a sudden they lose a job.
Yeah, if you lose the job, you don't lose hope. You look for another job. Even if you are getting small money, you look for another job instead of sitting at home. Now if you sit at home, who's going to give you everything you want?
Yeah, there is what they call inferiority complex. Someone was earning a lot of money. Now you want him to start small from where he was. So
because right now he has lost the job. There's no way he can get the money. So
and life has to continue.
Has to start with that small one.
Okay. Now, Madam Agnes Namaganda, we've been discussing about the institutions that are training these people and they are failing to get jobs. So what advice were you giving to these kind of institutions?
Like even those teachers, that I can give them. Like those teachers, after the child leaving the school or after the studies, you can just leave the child to go like that without them helping them. Without helping the student who has gone. They just count their files, their registers.
Okay, but again, there's been an issue of parents visiting the schools. They have school curriculum, they have school days, there is what they call, I think in school, parents training, teacher training, there is PTA, so all those activities, and also the demonstrations the children make, they assume they are able to encompass the world outside. So I think the school is doing its part, but I think what is happening outside is also much different. That's why you're seeing there are so many people who are leaving the country to go and look for greener pastures. Maybe their expectations when they get outside is not what the school is training them. Maybe the school is also raising high expectations to these children. So that's why maybe when they reach out is a kind of a different story. Would that be the case also? That's why.
Do you know the part of the parent, as long as the parent has been paying school fees?
No, I think a parent wouldn't be just satisfied to pay school fees. He wants to cater for this child. When you move out, what is next? Are you able to start your own job? Are you able to create a job? Are you able not to just stick around but to translate that small knowledge you've gained to start your own business? Because the knowledge, we assume the knowledge you've got is just good enough for you to continue with the life outside there. you may need a smaller push, maybe capital.
Yeah, but even there is no way the parents are going to help you when even you are just there at home, seated. You're just quiet.
I don't know. One thing you should understand, when you go to the job world or to the working world, it is kind of different. You'll be requested to get an experience. You as just left work, you'll be expected to have maybe connection of people already in the job circles, which will be a bit hard for you. You'll be expected also to give examples of where you've worked for and what you can do. If I'm to ask, at what age should someone start working?
I don't know, because in Uganda here, if you reach 18, that's when you are mature. I don't know, that one, there is no age.
There is no age.
Yeah, even you can get a kid of 5 years.
Because still 18, you're still a child, not so. If you're 18, you're still staying under your parents' home.
Yeah.
Because I see 18, most of them are either in senior 4, senior 6. Am I right? Or I'm running the ages so fast? Some leave senior 6 at 17 or 18, depends on the age bracket. Yeah. Now, at that time, you're still under your parents' home. So, anyway, those who got the access to have the parents, there are those who don't have the parents and maybe they dropped out at senior 4. And they start working at that age.
Yeah. Even someone of 8 years can start work.
That is child labor. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for those who have been following our show. We started way back 30 minutes ago, and for those who are following this is called SkyPix Images. We are located in Freedom Guest House, Gulu, and my host today is called Agnes. Our topic today, we are discussing about the unemployment that is going on in the country and also the school dropout that is on. And I think what we've discussed about, those who will start the show will start following, and then we'll see what their suggestion and comments. And those who want to run their adverts on the show, you're very welcome. We shall be giving you slots of the adverts. Come and check us at our offices in Freedom Guest House, Peche. We are located as SkyPix Images. Thank you very much for following. Thank you very much for being part of this show, and the show will be going on. We shall be having several hosts at every time, at every moment, and it will be interactive. Thank you very much, and thanks you for being part of this. Thank you.